Every single day, more than 1 million jars of Nutella are produced around the world. 1 million jars every single day. But here is what nobody ever shows you: the extraordinary journey that happens before that jar reaches your breakfast table. From the steaming rainforests of West Africa to the hazelnut orchards of Turkey, from the sugar fields of Europe to the most advanced food factories on the planet, what goes into making Nutella is far more fascinating than most people ever imagine. Stay with us until the end, because what happens inside that factory will genuinely surprise you. And if you love watching how the world's most famous foods are made, hit subscribe right now. We go inside the world's biggest factories every single week. Our story begins in the Ivory Coast, the world's largest cocoa-producing nation, where the West African sun beats down on millions of carefully tended cocoa trees stretching as far as the eye can see. Cocoa farming here is not a factory process. It is a deeply human one. Every single cocoa pod is hand-selected by experienced farmers who have spent years learning exactly what a perfect pod looks and feels like. Too early, and the flavor is underdeveloped. Too late, and the quality begins to drop. The window for a perfect harvest is narrow, and these farmers know it instinctively. Once harvested, the pods are loaded into large containers and transported to the processing facility. This is where the transformation begins. At the facility, industrial cutting machines split each pod cleanly in two, revealing a white pulpy core inside. Workers move quickly and efficiently, separating the precious cocoa nibs from the surrounding pulp. These nibs, small, raw, and still protected by a thin outer skin, are then spread across large drying trays and left under the tropical sun for up to 10 days. During this drying process, something extraordinary happens. The moisture slowly leaves the nibs. A hard protective shell forms around the outside, and deep inside each nib, the complex chemical compounds that will eventually become chocolate begin to develop. After drying, every batch is carefully quality tested. Only the nibs that pass are moved forward. From there, the nibs are poured into hoppers and transferred to industrial vibrating machines, which do two jobs at once. First, they vibrate at precisely calibrated frequencies to gently remove the thin outer skin from each nib. Then, they transfer the clean nibs directly into the roasters. Watch what happens inside the roaster, because this is where the magic truly begins. As the temperature climbs, the nibs darken. Their oils begin to release. The entire facility fills with the deep, unmistakable scent of chocolate. Rich, warm, complex. The cocoa bean is waking up. Once roasting is complete, powerful separation machines detach the roasted nibs from any remaining husk material. The husks are discarded. The pure roasted nibs move forward into the grinding machines, where they are ground continuously until they become a smooth, rich, fragrant cocoa powder. That powder, born from rainforests, human hands, tropical sun, and precision machinery, is the beating heart of every jar of Nutella ever made. If cocoa is the heart of Nutella, hazelnuts are its soul. And for hazelnuts, Nutella goes to one place and one place only: the Black Sea coast of Turkey. This remarkable stretch of coastline produces hazelnuts unlike anywhere else on Earth. The combination of the sea air, the fertile volcanic soil, and the specific microclimate of this region creates a hazelnut with a flavor profile: rich, creamy, slightly sweet, deeply aromatic, that simply cannot be replicated anywhere else in the world. This is not marketing. This is science. And it is why Nutella has sourced its hazelnuts from Turkey for decades. When harvest season arrives, the process is breathtaking in its efficiency. Unlike most nut harvesting, which relies entirely on manual labor, Turkish hazelnut farms deploy specialized harvesting machines equipped with rotating brush systems and precision vacuum technology. As these machines move through the orchards, their rotating brushes gently sweep every fallen hazelnut from the ground, while the vacuum system draws them upward. Not a single nut left behind. The harvested hazelnuts are then sun-dried to remove surface moisture and prevent any possibility of mold forming during transport. After drying, they are sorted by color, weight, and size through automated grading systems, only the perfectly round, uniformly sized nuts passing to the next stage. Then comes human inspection, because even the most advanced machine cannot fully replace the trained human eye. Workers examine each hazelnut individually, removing anything damaged, discolored, or undersized. A quality control specialist then takes a sample, cuts each nut in half with a precision tool, and examines the interior. Only when every single inspection point is satisfied are the hazelnuts approved for the Nutella factory. Inside the factory, the hazelnuts first pass through industrial shelling machines, engineered with razor-sharp blades, calibrated to remove the hard outer shell without touching the delicate nut inside. Then, into purpose-built roasting ovens, where a precisely controlled temperature of 105 degrees Celsius transforms them. Golden, fragrant, perfectly even on every surface. From the roasting oven, the hazelnuts go directly into grinding machines where they are reduced to a fine, silky paste. This paste, warm, intensely aromatic, deeply flavored, is what gives Nutella that unmistakable creaminess. Here is a fact that will change the way you look at every jar of Nutella you ever open. Each single jar contains approximately 50 hazelnuts. And every year, the Nutella factory uses nearly 25% of the entire global hazelnut supply. 25% of the entire world. 3 more ingredients complete the Nutella formula, and each one is selected with the same obsessive quality standards as the cocoa and hazelnuts. Sugar arrives from carefully managed beet farms. After harvesting, the sugar beets undergo a series of cleaning, shredding, and refinement processes before arriving at the factory as pure white granulated sugar. Before it is used, each batch is tested and then passed through precision vibrating sieves, ensuring only perfectly refined sugar of the exact correct granule size makes it into the mix. The milk used in Nutella is powdered, but the story of how that powder is made begins on farms where the welfare of every single cow is actively monitored and reported to Nutella's quality assurance teams. This is not a detail they take lightly. The belief is simple and scientifically supported. A cow that lives well, eats well, and is treated with care produces milk that is measurably richer, sweeter, and higher in quality. The fresh milk is collected, rigorously tested for fat content, sweetness, and protein levels, and only after passing every test is it approved. It is then centrifuged to remove fat, dried into powder, and prepared for the production line. Palm oil is Nutella's most misunderstood ingredient, but it serves 2 critical functions that cannot easily be replaced. First, it gives Nutella its iconic smooth, spreadable consistency, preventing it from solidifying at room temperature the way pure chocolate would. Second, its completely neutral flavor profile means it carries the cocoa and hazelnut flavors without competing with them. Every batch of palm oil used in Nutella undergoes multiple pressing and refining stages to remove all impurities. Only the highest purity oil meeting Nutella's strict production standards. Now all 5 ingredients have been gathered, tested, approved, and prepared. The production of Nutella itself can begin. The process starts with the hazelnut paste and cocoa powder being combined in a large industrial mixer. As the two blend together, something beautiful happens. The natural oils released during the roasting of both the hazelnuts and the cocoa transform the mixture from two separate dry-ish components into a single silky, glossy, deeply fragrant paste. One by one, the remaining ingredients are added to this base paste. The powdered sugar, the skimmed milk powder, the palm oil, the vanilla extract, and a small number of additional proprietary ingredients that Nutella has never publicly disclosed. These secret components, unchanged since Nutella's original recipe was developed in the 1940s, are what give this product its completely unique flavor that has never been successfully replicated by any competitor despite decades of trying. The combined mixture is then fed through a specialized refining grinder, a machine engineered to reduce the particle size of the mixture to a level so fine it becomes imperceptible on the human tongue. This is what creates the sensation that Nutella melts in your mouth rather than sitting on it. Before a single jar is filled, the completed Nutella mixture passes through a comprehensive quality control evaluation. Texture, color, viscosity, flavor profile, aroma, temperature stability. Every parameter is checked against the global Nutella standard, the same standard maintained in every Nutella factory on every continent in the world. If a batch does not meet every single requirement, it does not proceed. Then, filling begins. Watch what happens at the filling line, because it is one of the most satisfying things you will ever see inside a food factory. Glass jars move along the conveyor at extraordinary speed, each one positioned with perfect precision beneath the filling nozzles. The Nutella descends in smooth, controlled streams, filling every jar to exactly the correct weight without a single drop wasted. Lids are applied and sealed in the same continuous motion. The filled jars then pass through automated seal verification detectors. Any jar with even the slightest seal imperfection is automatically removed from the line before it can continue. Labels are applied in a fully automated process, the iconic Nutella branding wrapping around each jar with the same precision it has been applied for decades. Jars are packed, palletized, and prepared for global distribution. From the cocoa farms of the Ivory Coast to the hazelnut orchards of Turkey, from the sugar fields of Europe to the most advanced food production lines on the planet. What began as a solution to a wartime cocoa shortage in 1940s, Italy has become something extraordinary. One of the most recognized, most loved, and most consumed food products in the history of human civilization. Over 360,000 tons produced every year. More than 1 million jars every single day. And in every single one of those jars, 50 Turkish hazelnuts, West African cocoa, European sugar, carefully sourced milk, and a recipe that has remained essentially unchanged for over 80 years. That is the story of Nutella. If you made it this far, you now know more about how Nutella is made than most people who have eaten it their entire lives. If you found this fascinating, hit the like button right now. It takes 1 second, and it genuinely helps this channel reach more people who love discovering what goes on inside the world's biggest factories. And subscribe if you have not already. Because every single week, we go deeper inside the factories behind the world's most famous products. You will not want to miss what is coming next. We will see you inside the next factory.